I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. I'm sorry I was late, guys. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here to do the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 9, Episode 6. Okay, we are talking about, oh my God, where we left off with Martell and Marceau. Okay. Come on into the chat. Come on in. Hey, Kevin. What's up? What's up? What's up? So you guys, listen. A lot of you may not remember a post that Melody had made during that argument when her and Martell were going back and forth. But I found it. I found it this morning. Come on in. I'm waiting for y'all. We can get to 100. I do want to say welcome to my new member, Miss Indy 81. Thank you. I appreciate you. Come on in. Thank you to all of the moderators who are in the chat. Clone in the house, Linda Gamble. Who else do we have? Cheryl the Pearl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on in. Anybody that you see with a wrench behind their name, they are here to make sure that you have a good time in the chat. All that I ask is that you don't go after each other. Don't go after me. And all is well. The people that get paid work on the show. And y'all know how that works. They actually get paid for us to talk about them. It may not always be favorable, but it is what it is, okay? So come on in. If you guys want to drop your city and state, you can. You can. That way I can give you a shout out real fast and we can get crunk. We can get it started. I had to go back and watch episode 5 to make sure that I had heard what I heard, okay? Because I said to you guys that I thought Marceau had made a comment where he said, what did he say? He said that he had receipts. He said, all those text messages you sent to me about your girl, about what your girl was doing, I got them. I can pull them. Now, that's when he said, who's my girl? I ain't had a girl in 5 years, 4 or 5 years, right? And I know a lot of people are caught off guard with, I guess, trying to figure out who the girl is. Who is the girl? Is he talking about Melody or is he talking about Ariane? I thought he was talking about Ariane. What's up, Chicago? What's up, STL? Hey, y'all. What's up, Jackson, Mississippi? Come on in. Let's see. That's right, Diana. According to Martell, they are paid actors. Well, we shall see. I don't know if they're not Denzel Washington quality actors. They do act, I do believe. I believe that sometimes they are asked to talk about certain things and that those things can, kick up some dust. What's up, Gloria? I appreciate you. What's up, Lady D Keys? Come on in. Coleslaw definitely caught some strays. Coleslaw definitely caught some strays. Let's see. Orange is in the house. Hello. Hello, 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 Lori. Listen, you guys, I'm going to have to take y'all back like I usually do. Okay, let me get my post up here. So y'all remember the year was 2022. That's when all of the revenge crap happened, right? 2022, this is 8:50 p.m. that I pulled this. I don't know what time it was, but that's the time I think I pulled it. August 27, 2022, revenge porn, really. I pay attention to the promises, not the threat. I have 4 kids some kind of way with you. Whack. But she had posted this following that. And if y'all see it, Melody Cherie up at the top, she said, have all the smoke for me all the time, but none for you know what? Never mind. Y'all should ask why that is. So a lot of people were saying he was definitely talking about Melody. He was definitely talking about the revenge. Martell has gone after Melody every time she has talked about coleslaw on that public platform too. Outside of her saying, keep your penis in the household, when Melody has been on stage and I don't even remember what she said. Maybe they were talking about, she said something about your girl isn't smart. And then he said she got a degree from the same place you got one from. And he started going after her. And she said, see, he won't protect me. He won't protect me. I remember that. And then she said it again here. Y'all should ask why he has all the smoke for me. But when the girlfriend, who does a whole lot, actually worse, she was doing worse. She was coming out and saying all kinds of nasty stuff. She's called Martell, said that he was with men. She said that he talked about their bedroom life. She said a whole lot of things that people probably thought was, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? She said some stuff, but he's let it pass. And then all of a sudden, Marceau makes this insinuation. I've gotten messages that you've sent to me about your girl, about things your girl did, about who your girl was with. What's up, Bahamas? And after he says that, Martell gets so upset that he literally, shoulders hunched up to his ears, marched off to his car. Okay, I'm going to get my phone. I'm going to get my phone. Grabs his phone, comes back to the little picnic area, and then he starts screaming at screaming at Marceau. You show your shit, and I'm going to show mine. You show your shit, I'm going to show mine. He kept doing that, right? Come on in. Thank you, Cheryl the Pearl. Everybody, please hit the button. We welcome all opinions. Remember to keep it respectful, though. I appreciate you. Correct. So this entire fight originally happened in August of 2022 when they were going back and forth. It felt like it happened all day, maybe like on a Saturday, and then it literally spanned across the full weekend till Monday morning. There was audio of their daughter. He had her saying, he was asking her questions, and he was playing the audio of that. There was a whole lot going on that time. Liars, they are not actors. I don't think that they're actors. I think that this is real. I do think that what happened on Saturday's episode was real. Let me see. So I'm just giving you guys where I'm coming from, because I know that, there's a lot of different opinions online. And so y'all know we don't clock in and talk to each other as bloggers. We're literally blogging from inside of our homes. So not all of us will have the same opinions, but my opinion happens to be my opinion on my channel that when Marceau made the threat, I will tell about what I know, the text messages you send me, the comments you have made to me, what did he say? All the receipts. All the stuff that you sent to me, I will send it. I will show it, okay? I will send you all the text messages, everything that you've said about your girl, and all about who your girl is messing with. That's the exact quote, okay? I went back and listened to it. This is episode 5. At the end of the episode, Marceau tells Martell, I will send you all of the text messages that you send to me, all of them about your girl, and all about who your girl has been with. All about who your girl has been with. And that's when he got triggered. That's when he got triggered and he ran off. And y'all can go back and look at it. I watch it with the subtitles on. After that, Martell basically threatens Tisha, and he said, if Marceau says anything, then I'm going to show all of it. And then he tells Tisha, I want to see if you're going to stand on what you won't accept in a marriage. Because y'all know that Tisha said as recently as I believe last reunion, she would not stay in a marriage where Marceau was cheating. Martell makes that threat against Tisha. I want to see what you're going to stand on, what you won't stand on in your marriage. Okay. Let me see. Marceau did something similar last when Martell tried to confront him about helping the Scotts. I think that Martell was upset that he said that in his face, like he did on the interview. Don't know, but I do know that this always had me like puzzled. Y'all should ask why. And look, the why is in caps. Y'all should ask why that is. Y'all should ask why Martell gets bent out of shape anytime someone says something about Ariane. Why is that? Okay. So that's where I'm coming from. Just so an FYI, child, y'all know. Like I said, I know a lot of different people. We all do commentary on this show. And sometimes things can get a little crazy. Hey, everybody. I'm on the camera. I'm on the cam. I'm on the cam. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Let me see. You are correct, Diana. I like to see things when they say you are correct. You are correct, Diana. I was wondering if anyone caught what Marceau said about Martell's girl. Yeah, he quickly said, what girl? What girl? I don't have a girl. I don't have a girl. I haven't had a girl in 4 or 5 years. But that is what triggered him. He definitely, I personally don't think he was talking about Melody, because I think that he would have, he would have just said, I'll send the shit that you sent about Melody. Melody's going to confront Marceau and Tisha about the fight they had with Martell. Next episode, she's going to confront him. Okay. Maybe we'll learn more. Maybe we won't, child. Let's see. But I do believe that it had to do with Ariane. I want to show my shirt. Hold on. This is my Grace Jones shirt. I just thought this shirt was so cute. But here's my little, y'all know I like to wear my little rock and roll tees. This is actually a young Grace Jones. So I wanted to show her off. What's up, Grace? Okay. Get them likes up, baby. 447 of you are in the chat. Hit the like button, okay? I'm giving y'all some tea that people may have forgotten. Melody said, y'all should ask yourselves why. In all caps, why does this Negro always come for me? He got all the smoke for me, but nobody else. And now whatever this fight is that's gone down between Marceau and Martell, Marceau said there is not a universe. There is no universe on the fucking planet or outside of it. Okay? No universe outside of the planet, okay? That will ever make me and Martell friendly again. Ever. Ever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it meant. All I can say is I believe that the conversation that Marceau and Martell were having was about Ariane. I don't think it was about Melody. I don't think it was about Melody. I think that Marceau took a low blow when he brought Melody's name in it, just like Martell took a low blow bringing Marceau's name in it. But at that point, they were trying to hit at each other's insecurities, clearly. Okay. So anyway, y'all got that part. We're going to get into it. So it picks up exactly where it left off with all these fools arguing and screaming at each other, right? Hold on. they have everybody screaming at each other. And basically, Martell wants Marceau to know, in my opinion, that everything that Marceau has in life, including breaking his virginity. He said, basically, your cherry got popped because of me, in my opinion. I'm just going to tell y'all, it got raunchy. It was nasty as hell, but he said it. He said, you've always had my sloppy seconds, okay? And you were so ugly, okay? You were so whatever. You were the bottom of the barrel. You were so nasty, Marceau, that I was the one who helped move you through these streets, right? If it wasn't for me pulling out, you would have never been able to pull in. That is how dirty Martell got, okay? Just an FYI. Y'all know that's what he said. He said it again in his confessional later in the episode. He said, people will come to you and ask you to help them until they don't need you anymore. So now he's saying Marceau's moved on, right? Martell is the one in need. Marceau has moved on. And so he's like, but now I see who he is. So Martell, I told y'all from the beginning, it's a jealousy thing, it's a competition thing. But when he was screaming on him, he was like, you are the bottom of the barrel. You couldn't have gotten a woman. You couldn't have got a woman if it wasn't for me. Okay. You were ugly, you were fat, you were uglier than you are right now. You still ugly as hell. You are fatter than you are right now. Okay. A lot of people have been asking this chicken and the egg conversation, which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Because Melody has shared Martell would have never started cheating. Like, I don't know who that Martell is. Martell didn't start cheating before he met the Scotts. Tisha said the same thing. Marceau didn't start cheating or alleged to cheat, you know what I'm saying? Until he met Martell. He told his brother Maurice, keep an eye on him. I don't trust Martell, and I don't trust Marceau with him. And now Martell basically told on his damn self. Martell told on himself. He said, shit, Marceau would have never been able to scoop up any damn body. Marceau has always been working behind me, okay? So it sounds to me like the question got answered. I'm just saying. The chicken or the egg, was it Marceau or Martell that started it? Sounded like it may have been Martell. And Marceau has already said, I think Tisha was his third girlfriend or some shit. So he already told everybody he was green behind the ears. He was not a ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? Keep hitting the like button. These men have such disregard. Yeah, they took it all the way back to that little nasty playground talk for sure. But there was a reason Martell went as low as he did. He wanted to let people know who he thought Marceau was. He basically told on himself. Thank you. He told on himself. He answered the question. Who started cheating? Who brought who into the cheating game, right? Who brought him in? Was it and Martell, if y'all look at that, I think it was episode 10, season 1. It may show up on some people's DVR as season 2. It shows up on mine as season 1 because we knew they used to do an A and B season. Martell actually says, I used to drive my Lamborghini and I had to fight women from getting in my car. Like, he wants people to know that he was a ladies' man. Melody called him a serial cheater in the episode. She said he's always been a serial cheater. So yeah. Let's see. No one can force anyone to cheat. No, that's not how I meant it. Nobody can force anyone to cheat, but I guess it was, when did it start? Was it when Martell met Marceau? Was it vice versa? Martell sees himself as the ringleader. That's how he addressed it in that little group. At least to me, he did. He just basically said, you're lucky that you got Tisha. Bringing up Tisha's, what happened to her or what she did when she was in college was actually really nasty. He did not say that he slept with Tisha. In fact, he said, I could have. What do you mean I couldn't? I definitely could have, is how he said it. And then he makes the comment, I saw you with my boys. And then he said, he literally said, I watched it. So Martell was just going as low to the bottom as he possibly could. It definitely embarrassed the hell out of Tisha. That was really, really bad. I agree. You can influence if these are your boys, if this is stuff y'all used to do in college, and you get married and everything. I don't think Marceau and Tisha went to Melody and Martell's wedding, but maybe they get back together and they started being F boys again. They started doing F boy shit again, but it sounded like it would have been. It's just something they started doing, and Martell was okay with it. They said it was a fraternity thing. Okay. He also did not say that Tisha cheated in her marriage. I know that's been kind of going out there. It definitely was something that happened before. And I guess Martell, how many times at Martell was he at that damn school? Because they're older than Melody, but it looks like he came back when Melody was in college, because she said that's where she met him, in school, right? Martell's been cheating long before. Melnika said that Mel called right before the wedding and asked Martell's involvement. I agree. That's all I'm saying is he presented himself one way. And then turned out it was another way. I mean, listen, what women do when they're in college, when they are exploring their, themselves, really, I'll say this: Martell is a whore. Let's start with that. We're literally taking information from him and letting people and acting and putting it on Tisha's head. No one should have a fucking care after it comes out of Martell's mouth. Whatever Tisha did was not what Martell did. Okay, he's the king of the whores. Facts. Okay, king, and that's it. But as far as women trying to figure out what's going on in this world, child, especially within that group, Martell wins. Yeah, college stuff is irrelevant to me, and not because I've done X, Y, and Z. It's because I just thought it was low, tactless, classless. Just like him sending Melody a picture of the two of them was about as low as it could go. It was also low for him to say that about Tisha. They are all in their 40s. College was years ago, decades. They have teenage children. Martell should be ashamed of himself. And college or not, whatever I did in college is your business. I don't want everyone to know, period. Right. That's what I just said. They were in college and it was their business. I hope I said it that way. I wasn't saying it to degrade her or make her feel bad. I think that what he did was disgusting. But I feel like you don't like Mel. I feel like you don't like Mel. What did I say that didn't? You know what? Fuck you. Shit. What am I doing? I don't care. This is my review. Anyway, I feel like at the end of the day, it was bottom of the barrel low for him to even say it. It was bottom of the barrel low for him to send Melody that picture. And I think that there is something that is a secret that they still haven't revealed. And I think that it was brought up in this post. Okay. That's what I think. Come on in. Welcome. Okay. Anyway, after all that went down, Destiny basically says either you're gonna have to go or you're gonna have to go. Okay. She screams, get the fuck out to one of y'all. Okay. And they didn't leave, they stayed sitting there. Oh, hold on. I missed a part. My bad. Going back, because after Martell get that whole shit out, Marceau decides he's going to strike Martell in his insecurities. And he said, basically, you were so insecure, including in that marriage, that you called me to ask me if Melody asked if she could suck his blank. Okay. And I'm assuming that is exactly why Melody is going to meet with them next week. Absolutely. I agree. It's up. It was unfair to her. I agree. And you don't have to like Tisha to say that. Okay. You don't have to like her to say it. It is 1000% true. 1000% true. Oh, okay. Okay. If I misunderstood, I apologize. I see someone said that the comment was to someone else in the chat, not to me. Okay, I appreciate that. He also said the AC was shareable. Sorry about that. He did say he said he didn't leave his marriage for a shareable side chick. So listen, y'all should ask why that is. Why is Marceau calling Ariane a shareable side chick? Why is he saying that? Period. But he makes that comment about Melody. I guess trying to get back at Martell. They play this flashback to let us know that Martell did have insecurities when it came to Marceau and her. And a lot of people said that they saw chemistry between Marceau and Melody. I just think that they just had a good banter with each other. I think that they were had some of the same sense of humor, and they would make jokes and people could catch it. They saw it. Because she is shareable. Well, who does he know she was shared with? I see somebody making some comments in the chat. Okay. I don't know these things to be true, so I don't want to say that. But he called her shareable, and that's enough. Y'all should know what shareable means. Okay. So at the end of it, Destiny basically says, y'all cut it out. She tries to storm off, leaves everybody standing there, okay, walking off. And then a lot of people knew AC before she actually said it. She said she met Marceau and Cedric before she met Martell. Nope, nobody has been arrested. So you guys, I know everybody keeps looking to see if there's more things happening. It has to go to trial. That's it. Whether something else will be said, I'm not sure. But the tape is not what's being questioned. It's a picture. The picture is what is being questioned. The picture plus the threat to send it. So there was no distribution of anything. And even though these conversations have been had all over the place, including on different YouTube platforms, nobody has seen that video, or at least they're not, when I say didn't see it, I mean, it has not been distributed publicly. And that's what has to happen in order for it to be revenge. Is Bondi Blue in here? Aw, hey, Bondi. Thank you. I love me some Bondi Blue. Well, it seems that she was shared with them if that's the case. Are you referring to Coleslaw or Tisha? I'm so happy to see Miss Bondi Blue. You are like one of my faves. I just want you to know. You are one of my faves, honey. Tell me what y'all think. Let's see. But anyway, yeah, so I want to see what that is. Destiny ends up walking off, right? Lance runs to catch up with her. But at the end of the day, everybody is just kind of finished with Martell at this point. Everybody's pissed. Everybody's looking like, this is about as low as it can go. And really what we just saw was this facade of the narcissist has been displayed, okay? Destiny made the statement the other night saying that Martell and Marceau made up and everyone is okay with each other. Are they fooling us? We're going to have to see. I don't know. If they made up, especially after he said under no circumstances, okay, Bondi Blue said it's coleslaw. Now that I believe. At the end of the day, that was about as nasty as you can go. But I do believe that Martell was trying to protect that secret, not anything about Melody. I think he was trying to protect that secret. But yeah, okay. Bobo Anderson is back in the house. What's up, Bobo? So yeah, Marie says that this incident between Martell and Marceau has always been, and then he made it seem like it was a friendly fight amongst brothers. He said some shit like, they fight like brothers. Baby, whose brother? That shit will get you like kicked out of the whole family. What are you talking about? Who else? Martell basically said, I don't give a shit what Marceau says over there. He said, I'm not lying. And if I am lying, y'all can take me to court. Because at the end of the day, I got receipts. I know that Marceau is a whore. He's had at least 20, maybe more women in his relationship with Tisha, in the marriage, is how he said it. So at the end of the day, child, we have to see what's coming next. Now we have Tisha and Marceau. They are at the jewelry store of all places, okay? They're at the jewelry store, and Tisha said, come hell or high water, motherfucker, you're gonna put a ring on your finger. I am tired of getting attacked for you. Tisha believes that because Marceau doesn't have a ring on his finger, that people think it is free reign for them to attack her. And she's tired of it. She wants Marceau to show some sort of commitment to her. She said, at the end of the day, the entire time I have been on this damn show, I have been getting gut punch, sucker punch, you named it punch. And she said, a lot of this shit has to do with the fact that people think I'm weak because you won't show yourself as being in a committed relationship. You're not showing yourself as being in this marriage. So right now, Marceau, you're going to have to put a ring on your finger. You'll have to do something. Marceau said, she asked him, what did the ring represent? Marceau said, it represents obedience. I don't necessarily think that I have to wear a ring. I think everybody knows I'm married to you, Tisha. If there's any women out here throwing themselves at me, it's because they don't give a fuck about you either way. That's pretty much how he said it. But y'all know that last season, last year was when they introduced that whole storyline about Tisha's makeup artist going way too far. Going way too far with Marceau over at the bar. The girl was partying, working with him during the day and partying with them at night. And at the end of the day, those two things did not mix. Okay. But Tisha said, I'm not doing this anymore with you. I want you to wear a ring. Okay. And she ended up putting something on this dude's finger. Look at him. He lost a lot of weight after that. Martell called him fat. He ended up losing weight, and he didn't put a ring on his damn finger, child. He hasn't had a ring on since the strip club scene in Miami. That's the last time Marceau wore a ring. Okay. Tisha is too dick dumb for me. Begging her husband to respect and defend her, then buying him a band. Okay. Well, y'all, I think, and y'all know that there's a lot of money tied up in those projects, and Tisha's name is all over them. So a lot of people have been talking about this for months, how Tisha's name is tied up on a lot of those things. So at the end of the day, Marceau need to act like the bought man that he is, okay? He got 3 babies with her. He has been with her for what, 17, 18 years now? Go on ahead and submit, okay? Be obedient. Be obedient or go. When Wanda cussed him out, child, Wanda got on the horn earlier today talking about she was going to kick, she threatened Marceau quite a number of times. I won't even say kick his ass, but she definitely made it seem like she had goons coming for him. Okay. Facts. He's not letting go of that good FICA score. Exactly. He's not letting go of that FICA score. Right now, the roles of Marceau and Martell have been reversed. Martell used to be driving the Lamborghini. Martell used to have signs all over Huntsville with his name on it, Holt and Holt. Okay. All of those things no longer exist. Martell is down and out, and Marceau is living out the very dream that Martell had for himself. That's fucked up. Okay. And that's his friend. This is somebody he helped put on. That's why he went so hard with him, in my opinion, on the episode. Let's see. Those brothers were never real friends. Y'all know how men are. Y'all know how men are. That's how they do. Okay. But at the end of the day, Tisha said, listen, I have done a lot. I've been depressed. I'm tired. She is at this point begging him. She said, we've been through a lot. Every year of this show, we've been through a lot. This last year has been one of the worst. We even talked about going our separate ways. Okay. So at the end of the day, what do you want? Marceau, joked it up with her, did the shit he normally does, act like he did not care. But it looks like she got that ring on his finger all the same. So it means something to her. Then she went on to say that she apologized to Destiny for what went down at the adult field day, which I would have never apologized to Destiny. I'm not sure why she thought she had to do that. What the fuck? I would have been like, Destiny girl, don't ever invite me to anything else. The same way she tried to cuss out who was married to Lou, the same way she cussed her out and said, don't invite me to anything else that you got going on. She should have said the same thing to Destiny. Okay. Tiffany, no pity for Martell. He was warned for years. He didn't appreciate what he had. Enjoy the life with your peasant. All right. Child, y'all said it best. But anyway, Marceau said that he has to apologize to Destiny too, because he said he's not sure if he brought in the BDE, which is big dick energy. He said, I don't think I brought in big dick energy, but I'm apologize all the same. And really that entire scene of them apologizing, I have to assume, was just that they got some contracts out there and they, went low on TV. So now they want to look like the bigger people. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. Okay. Anyway, Tisha said something that I thought was a little crazy too. She basically said that Marceau isn't low. She said Marceau would never go that low. It's not in us because that's not who we are. Tisha, your mama goes low. Your mama goes as low as what we saw with Martell. Your mama and Marceau's brother, when the brothers are all together, like literal blood brothers, they go pretty low too. They got the nastiest mouths ever. So I'm not really sure why Tisha said that again, except for just giving a TV moment like it's not us, but they definitely did it. Okay. What else happened here? Next, we got Mel and Tisha. I love this scene, actually. I love this scene. Melody did clock in. I did ask y'all, how did y'all feel about Melody clocking in? Are you happy that we got first season back or nah? 88% of you said that you did like it. You said it's about damn time. 5% of you said no, I like demure Melody better. And 7% of you said, I can't tell the difference between first season and ninth season. Okay, so what's up? What's up? But I'm going to say that there was a period of time where maybe she just had too much going on at the crib. You know what I'm saying? With Martell. So she kind of checked out and she was like, not filming as much with everybody and whatever the case may be. I'm happy that she's getting into the game. She threw her hat back in and she's saying whatever she has to say. Okay. So right now she's about to give Tisha the business, because when Kimmy came over, Kimmy let her know that her lungs aren't working at full capacity. She said, my lungs aren't what they used to be. So I think that Melody eased up off the pressure with Kimmy and just gave her some like black spaghetti or whatever the hell they was eating. Okay. But in this scene, okay, what's up? Humbly Jazz said that Melody clocked in and she was here for it. In this scene, Melody said, everything I didn't give to Tisha, I didn't give to Kimmy, I'm about to give to you. Okay. She said, everything I didn't give to Kimmy, I'm about to give to you. Okay. So she's sitting there and she is Gucci down to the socks. Okay. Glasses, everything. Tisha walks in like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Tisha's just casual, but Melody looked like she got some shit to do afterwards. When Tisha sits at the table, I think they had to order maybe at the counter or whatever. They bring over their food. And Mel ran into her so hard that Tisha never even ate. I don't think Tisha ate. She just asked for her shit to go. Okay. But Melody, they start off with pleasantries, talking about how amazing the downtown area is. Okay, how amazing the downtown area is. Melody even said, Tisha is up next. That's what she said in her confessional. Tisha is up next, and we'll see what's going to happen, okay? So she said, I'm meeting with everybody that I had this trip with. I'm hoping that I get to see her have another sit down with Destiny then, because child. Okay, anyway, they have their little pleasantries, and then Mel said, well, what do you think of the trip? Because I want to make sure I get feedback from everybody. Tisha said, I've never been so happy to go home in my damn life. Okay, I was happy to go home. Mel asked why, what was going on. And then Melody asked her, what's going on with Maurice? What's going on with the Scotts? There's a lot of information out there. Tisha didn't even connect the dots as she was talking about Maurice. She said, the Scotts? What's happening with the Scotts? The Scotts. She's laughing, thinking it's a no, what do you mean? Okay, what's the big deal? And that's when Melody said, yeah, Tisha, Maurice, drinking and driving. Tisha said, oh, yeah, he was, yeah, but we are very, very thankful that nothing happened. He's okay. Nobody else got hurt. And that's when Melody hit her with the sarcasm, okay? Melody said, oh, Tisha, I'm so happy that you said that. I'm so happy that you said that. Child, Tisha was sitting there like, what the fuck? Where's this energy coming from? She went, because the shit y'all was doing when y'all was sitting here talking about free Reese and he holding a big ass bottle of liquor, the same thing that got his ass in trouble in the first place, that was unacceptable. It was embarrassing. It was this. She went in. And Tisha was like, why am I getting the smoke? Child, because Kimmy said them lungs were not their best. Okay. They were sitting there doing that little exercise ball, and Melody took it easy, but she about to give it to you so you can take it back to the people that need to hear it. It was hilarious. Okay. Your imitations should be on a ringtone, child. Bye. She literally smacked Tisha all around in that seat, like push, 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 push. Anyway, Tisha was just sitting there like, well, Mel, he made a mistake. I mean, like, everybody makes mistakes. She went, nah, child, that wasn't a mistake. That was a damn choice. My grandmother died at the hands of a drunk driver. You know what I'm saying? So Tisha went, oh, okay. Now in confessional, Tisha's like, listen, I get it. I understand why this would be really personal to her. She literally lost her grandmother lost her life to a drunk driver. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even say shit about that part. But what I do know is that I got a man with a wayward dick at home that I have to worry about. And it's not Maurice. Okay. So I can't even give it any smoke. We're just going to end it with that part. I can't argue back. Okay. But then Mel said, well, what about that lipstick on his lips? Okay. Tisha went, lipstick. Now, Mel, we're not doing that. Come on, Mel, we're not doing that. And then Tisha had the nerve to pull the picture out, child, pull it up, take the camera phone, put it in her face. Melody, that's not lipstick. That's just for him drinking. Melody said, Tisha, don't be delusional too, okay? At the end of the day, she said, girl, I guess you are trying to take up for him for what I don't know. But not only was he drinking and making Kimmy look like an ass. And she even said before she went there, she said, listen, I used to be with a man who used to embarrass me. So I'm telling you straight up, this month is embarrassing Kimmy. Not only is he out here drinking, acting like he living a single life, okay, not caring about what is going on in his house, because no woman should let that happen. But he's getting pictures taken with lipstick on his damn lips too. Now, I don't know if you guys believe that there was lipstick on his lips. I personally didn't see it. I didn't see it, but Melody, I didn't see it, but Melody definitely was listening to the YouTubers and whatever, the Facebook groups talk about it. And she brought it back to Tisha, child. And that's when Tisha said, oh shit, well, this is it for me. Tisha put on that crossbody bag, child, stood up, hugged Melody, said, thank you for paying for me and my husband's dinner, child, because I don't know what this is about. And then she walked out and let Melody sit there and scream. Y'all better come get her credit card. But I really think that was like an inside joke, because I think the last time Tisha and Mel had lunch or whatever, Melody walked off on Tisha, and Melody walked off on Marceau too, when they had tea. So she was like, "Y'all got the bill, right?" So it's not a big deal. Some people are not. Let me see. Some people said they saw pink, and some people said they didn't see it. I didn't see it. He just looked like a beige dude to me with red lips. Um, but I did like, I'll tell you what I liked. I like that Tisha literally just said, "I'm standing up and leaving." And she didn't whine and cry. I'm telling you, I really feel there is a new or a different Tisha. Tisha just sat there for a second and she said, "It's my time to go. I'm not going to be sitting here for this long taking this shit." Okay. Um, it was funny. It was funny. It was not a crazy moment. Uh, you synced it, Moses? Did y'all see it? There's different people saw it, different people didn't, child. On my computer screen, it didn't look like that way. He looked like a pig with lipstick on, a beige dude with red lips, child. Ain't that something? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, I see it. I see what you wrote, Liana. I see that Marceau is faithful to someone, but it's not his wife. Okay. 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 All alleged. All alleged. Okay. Now let's move forward. Let's get into this scene we have a scene with Marceau and Chris Fletcher. So for about, I don't know, it felt like a good 5-6 minutes of this scene. They're talking business and it was absolutely mind numbing. Okay. I don't know if when Chris walks in and he says hello to Marceau ignored him. Did y'all pay attention to that? He didn't say, "What's up?" Nothing. Chris started walking around. At least I didn't see it. Maybe if it did happen, I may have fast forward to past the commercials. But Chris started walking around the site, the work site, waiting for Marceau to finish talking to his workers. But Marceau, it took him a minute to engage Chris. And then when he finally did, that conversation felt really awkward. It felt really awkward. Did you see it, Clone? You noticed it too? Okay. I thought it was a really awkward scene, at least for that first 5 minutes. And then you seen it. And then, child, they start talking about what happened at the adult field day. And Chris basically said, "What happened between y'all? I mean, why did it happen? Like, that was pretty low between both of y'all." And Marceau said, "That's typical. That's typical Martell. And you know it because he does that same shit to your wife. Everybody else, except the bitch he fucking with, is a side chick." That's what it was giving to me. Chris said, "Yeah, he does do that shit, and I don't tolerate it." But Marceau is basically saying, "Listen, we all tolerate it. We all tolerate it. Not only did he do it to you, but he's been doing it to Melody. He does it to this person, right? Everybody is to blame for Martell except for Martell." Now, this is when I thought that he was basically saying, for me, because I told y'all the other week when I did my review that Martell is love bombing Destiny. A narcissist will love bomb you in relationships, like, love relationships and friendship relationships. When they know that people are slipping from their fingers, they start holding on to the ones that they can. And him meeting up with Destiny damn near every scene, every episode that we've had so far, it feels like he's love bombing her. He's always talking about what a great friend she is. He says stuff like, "When I tell you something, believe it," right? "When I tell you something, believe it," all that shit. But Marceau is like, basically, maybe the blinders are off. I see what everybody else have been saying forever, even though he doesn't say it quite like that, right? He just says, all of these people have gotten the attack, and now I'm getting attacked in the same manner. Tisha's getting attacked in the same manner. He could have said some shit like, I would, I owe people apologies or something like that, but he didn't say it that way, okay? But he says at the end of the day, "I'm not friends with Martell anymore. God brought us together, and now God has taken us apart." He said, "Whatever we were supposed to do within the time frame, we were quote unquote friends. It is now done. Our friendship has ran its course." And then he said, "There is no universe There's no universe where me and Martell can be friends again. Okay. And that was weird because after he said that, I think Chris Fletcher said, well, what if he walks into black? I mean, he just told you there's no damn universe, sir. He said that he is a man who goes outside into the outside into the world, a black man that goes out into the world and has threats all day. He said, my life, my skin is a threat all day. You think, because Chris asked him if he apologized, would that be okay? He said, do you think that Martell could do and say the things he did to me and that an apology would make that better? He said, absolutely the fuck not. Okay. And I have to say, I really respected that he stood on business in that scene. I liked it. I liked it. I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, well, Marceau has been a dirty bastard to Melody too. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. But I hope that Melody takes her turn. Okay. This is first season. Mel, take your turn. Okay. So anyway, that happened. And now we're going to go to Destiny and Martell, for Pete's sake. And I said this last night. If y'all missed the live last night, I said these two are the same. These two are the same. I think that Martell is a different level of narcissist, but they are similar in a lot of ways, child. Anyway, Destiny and Martell, they meet up to talk about the adult field day 2. And Destiny says, listen, you owe Tisha an apology. Watching what you did to her as a woman, I want you to apologize. And Martell basically said, hell no, I'm not apologizing to Tisha. He said, Tisha and Marceau. Tisha lets Marceau come at me. Therefore, Tisha and Marceau are one, and she gets what she gets. That was crazy. And I would think that as a woman, if you did go and you tried to talk to Martell and say, listen, what you did to Tisha was absolutely disgusting, and he said, I don't give a shit, I think you would say, you know what? If you would do that to her, and if you cared about Tisha at all, I would think you would say, under no circumstances. And that's what people have been saying you should have done for Mel. Like, if you're saying Melody was abused and that you're abused, why wouldn't you have given your loyalty to Mel? A lot of people have said that. We've been talking about what happened over there on Bondi Blue's panel. It was the Ooh Ladies first panel. And I remember when we first all saw that, we dissected that shit down, and Bondi Blue was the one who said, why didn't you feel a need to, end that friendship with Martell, knowing all the shit that you saw her go through? Because the stuff you're telling me you went through with your ex-husband, I mean, Destiny is not adding up. But she does it again in an attempt to say, hey, Tisha deserves an apology. You shouldn't have done what you did. And Martell basically says, I'm never going to apologize. I'm never going to apologize. Those two are exactly the same. And then he went even lower than that. First, he said, before he even got there, he said, whenever I tell you something, you need to believe it's true. Very narcissistic. That is a line a narcissist will feed you in a heartbeat. When I tell you it's true, believe it. But he said, I'm not doing it. And then he said that Marceau was in a relationship, and they bleeped the name out, but I think it may have been Alonda, allegedly. They beeped the name out, and he said she was in that relationship for 2, maybe 3 years. And then he said Tisha coached her, telling her what she can and cannot say. Tisha coached her, telling her what she can and cannot say. That's when Destiny makes a comment. So you're saying both Tisha and Melody were teaching them how to respectfully cheat. And Martell said, absolutely. Done. That's exactly what happened. Now I'm just having a question mark all the way around. Destiny is making, like, bucking her eyes, lifting her eyebrows up like, oh my God, I can't believe my ears. But at the same time, this is just, it's too much. It's too much. And you can also tell that she's like, why are you doing this to me? Like, why are you putting me in this situation when you know that I'm friends with Tisha, right? You can go make your millions too. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. At the end of it, Martell said, I'm not done with Marceau. He said, he went low. I'm going to go even lower. He said that. I'm not done. I plan to go even lower. Destiny said, I can see. I can tell. So at this point, Martell doesn't give a damn. And I'm going to say something else. At the end of the day, all that shit that was getting fed to the internet, the YouTuber already exposed her relationship with Ariane and said that all of those stories was coming from her. So Martell has been talking about Tisha's marriage, Marceau's marriage, since the show started, period. Marceau ain't lying when he said, you've been sending all kinds of shit out about me and mine, and now you want to act like you want to put your foot down on me. It has been happening since the beginning. Let's see. I got to go back and watch. Hold on. I got to go back and watch. You really making sense of that choppy editing. Yes, ma'am. I had to sit and put the captions on, child. They did chop it up. But when he says that lady's name, he said 2 or 3 years, and then it gets cut. And then he comes back and says it again. He makes a comment. Tisha told her what to say and not say. And y'all remember Tisha Marceau had that PSA meeting. Had that PSA meeting on YouTube with Alonda. Okay. So that did happen. He ain't lying. But Marceau ain't lying either when he said, you done spread my damn business all over the internet. Now it's whether or not you want to believe it, but all of those videos have been taken down. I'm not sure if her channel is still up or not. I think she did the audio where she let everybody hear Ariane talk about the RP tape, but that was a thing. I know we like to pretend like it didn't happen, but that shit was talked about the entirety of this show. It just stopped. It just stopped. And not only were they talking about Marceau, they were also talking about Maurice. And I do remember, child, there was one story that came out about Kimmy not having cancer and it being something else. And that shit had to get retracted. Okay. And I don't remember whose channel that was on. I think I saw it on Twitter, but that shit got retracted and an apology was given. Okay. So there's that. She talked about a lot of things, and she said, when I get the tea, I always give it to you, don't I? When I get the tea, I give it to you. When I get the tea, I give it to you. Where is the tea coming from? If not from a nigga named Martell? It's Martell. Martell is the one who has been spreading these people's business. Everybody said they had their mouth on Martell's marriage. Martell made sure their marriage got out there in them streets too. Both of them, there was a lot of damage done. A lot of damage done. But anyway, thank y'all. 1,168 of you are watching. Please hit the like button. Okay. Sometimes we forget how these stories came out. And I understand it because, child, something new comes out every day and it makes you forget some of this shit. But I have to sit with it. I have to sit with it and go back, look at it and figure it out. It's like a puzzle. At the end of the day, Martell and Marceau are flip sides. Yep, flip sides of the same coin. Said that last night. Marceau happened to get away with his dirt. He probably pays for discretion. Something's going on. Something's going on to make Melody say, ask yourself why. Okay. But anyway, the last scene is Melody and Trish. The last scene is Melody and Trish. Baby, this was a Scorpio inquisition. I don't know if you have been friends with a Scorpio like I have for damn near 30-something years. But you got to know when to hold them and when to fucking fold them. Because if you don't, and it does not matter if Trish never slept with Martell, it does not matter. Melody did not go to that table to find out if it was true or false because she doesn't give a shit. What she came to the table to do was to make her look like a liar. Okay. To basically sit there and make her squirm. And I'm not even lying, because this is what Scorpios do. If Trish was able to go back and forth with Melody in a way that would have, entertained Melody, like made her think, oh, okay, this girl got some chops, she would have respected her. But now she doesn't even respect her. Do you feel what I'm saying? She knows there's nothing else. There's nothing else that she can use her for. Nothing. Okay. This is just the Scorpio relationship that I've had. Female Scorpio friendship that I've known for a long time, shared a whole lot of deep, dark secrets. And in the beginning, it's kind of shocking to watch how it plays out. But I told y'all, even if Melody doesn't always say it, like she won't, I didn't do it that way. Scorpios are very methodical. They process, they go in with a plan of attack. Whatever went down at that table when they were in St. Thomas, excuse me, she took it in. She probably sat on it all night. She probably wrote out fucking notes. And she waited for the moment when she could come back to Huntsville and have her sit down. Now, the problem is Trisha wasn't warned. She didn't know how this happened. Hold on. Cheryl the Pearl is a Scorpio, child. She said, yes, we do. Baby, I know you do. I've seen it. Okay. When this happens, it's pretty much a done deal. It's a done deal. You're either going to get yourself to a place where you can go toe to toe and they can respect your gangster, and you can agree to disagree and walk away, and y'all talk to each other later. In fact, they'll get humored if you can beat them, but they pretty much go in knowing you're not going to beat them. Okay. And yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. She went in. Trish looked like she wanted to be as sincere as possible and share this story about how, listen, I knew what happened in St. Thomas was bad. It looked bad. I actually wanted to say goodbye to you, but shit was so, it was so ugly and messy. I did not. I was too ashamed. I couldn't even come say goodbye. Okay. Because I know a lot of people said that when Melody walked off, that wasn't the scene. That was the scene, child. It was the scene based on what Kimmy and Tisha said the next day when they said, girl, you had a hard time at that table and we are real sorry. We was hoping that you were doing okay. They basically confirmed it, and Trish confirms it when she said, I know that shit was hard. I'm sorry. I didn't even want it to go like that. It was just that it just became awkward and all this stuff. And Melody said, well, you helped that shit. You helped it along, because when I invited you, you could have pulled me aside and said X, Y, and Z. First, she asked her, let me slow my ass down. She said, girl, so when did you, hook up with my husband? Like, when was this whole exercise thing? How did it all play out? And she was like, yeah, I went to the house. She said, which house? Because we had two houses. She went, I went to the house located on this. She went, okay. And what did it look like? The whole time. And Trisha was flawless. Let me just say that. Her skin was flawless, really pretty, her makeup. It felt like not even 30 seconds and her skin started getting real shiny because she started getting hot and sweaty. So she started sweating right there. Old girl was like, well, I don't remember. She went, okay, well, which house was it? Okay. What did the driveway look like? She was like, well, it was white. Okay, it was white. And let me say this, Melody she wasn't like, bitch, blah, 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 blah. She was actually smiling at her, but letting her know every time she answered a question, you're lying. Okay. Even if she wasn't lying, that my whole point is it wasn't to make sure she was telling the truth or lying. It was to make sure that she felt the sting. And she said that in St. Thomas. She literally said, I'm a Scorpio and I don't fuck with it. I'm a Scorpio and I don't fuck with it. And this was the Scorpio Inquisition. She asked her about what the house looked like. She asked her, was it cold outside versus was it hot outside? Okay. She asked her everything and she was coming up short every time she attempted to ask a question. Instead of just saying, listen, Heifer, I really don't know. I was going through some shit on my own. She even asked her, were you with Ken at the time? So once they start doing shit like that, and then they say, at the table, it's not because they want you to, defend yourself. It's not because they want you to be able to come out and say, listen, girl, da, 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 da. They're saying it so that you can walk yourself right into that corner and they could stab your ass. Okay. That's it. And that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. And I would love to say, I hope she gets an opportunity to work it out next time, but that's never going to happen. It's done. It is done. It is cooked. It is toast. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, she definitely wanted her to know that she was giving her this dog out because she felt dogged out in St. Thomas. When she came and said, did you know? Did you tell all of these women at the table, about you and Martell? While I didn't know, like all this happened before I even you got to St. Thomas? And she said, yes. And she was like, good. I just wanted to make sure that I ransacked your ass because that's exactly what happened. It was a ransack. You didn't give me the courtesy of telling me, having me make whatever these decisions are that I needed to make. So I'm pretty much done with you. She said, if you were able to tell everybody at that table and have your friends of all people, your friends were actually calling you out at the table, then there's nothing else for me to say. Melody says in her confessional, I was done with Martell at the time. I was done with him. So it did not matter for me one way or the damn other. However, she said, she felt like she should have given her the courtesy of telling her first. So it's pretty much done. Next week, we're going to get a scene between Melody, Marquez, and Trisha. I don't know what's about to happen here. It looks completely awful. But Trisha's going to get hemmed up yet again. And Trisha's going to have to slow down a little bit and get her bearings, because one person who should never trip her up is Marquez. Marquez doesn't even look like he has the capability to trip anybody up, but I want to see it. Okay. She handled herself well, I thought, when she was talking to Shanita. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I don't think that Mel is still worried about what Martella's doing. I think that Mel is just finally taking advantage of her storyline. I don't think it's about worrying about what Martella's doing. I think it's about respect. And I think that we keep missing that part of it. I am not. We keep missing that part of it. There's a level of respect that you have to, provide people. You know what I'm saying? It's not that she wants Martell back, but I do think that it hurts you when you think that you are the butt of people's jokes or that people aren't respecting you. And I think that you want to be able to tell people about themselves. And right now, what we have is pretty much that. Okay. It's about respect. I think sometimes people get it confused. But that's, coming for Destiny and saying to her, even as many years as it happened, hey, what the fuck did you mean when you said X, Y, and Z about my mother? What did that mean? And then not taking her foot off of Destiny's neck when she said, listen, you don't get to just say you don't know and can I accept your apology? She said, I don't accept your apology. If you can't tell me what you meant by it, I don't accept your apology. Period. I ain't no punk bitch. Okay. Let's see. It's principle. It comes before an awkward situation to pull her side and say, I know. But yeah, Marquez has tripped Trisha and Ken up more than once. I ain't never seen it, child. Um, y'all give him a lot, but I'm telling you, he's going to make some people look crazy too if they put too much on him. Let's see. And she was right to know if she's, yeah, she has a right to know. I agree. But really, y'all, that was it. That was the scene. So far, this has been one of the best seasons that we've had in a long time. I would say since season 4. This has been one of the best since the end of season 4. So I feel bad for it because, like I said, whether it was true or not true, well, I shouldn't even say I feel bad for it. Whether it was true or not, whether if Trisha never slept with him, it does not matter. That was not the goal. That was not the goal. And you would have to know what a Scorpio inquisition looks like to understand it, because they will make someone who's 1000% right look wrong. It's just a matter of how they want to play it. And if you can keep up, if you can keep up. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm just looking at the rest of your comments and seeing if there's anything else that we can answer. It is the best season because we are finally seeing a storyline outside of Melody and Martell. The lovers are equally as obsessed. I like that she's checked in because it just made her look like she just looked checked out. You gotta check in, child. You gotta check in. So if she's here, she's here. I hope that she knows that this is the best, this is the better of her season since all that shit went down. Y'all done started calling somebody in the damn comments Arion, child. Uh, look, so it said, you are right, Diana. I was married to a Scorpio. Yeah, listen, they will do this thing where they start asking you questions and you don't even know to try to prove their point because they've already thought it out in their brain. Like they've got the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. They just want you to fill in their little holes the way they need you to. It's not to make you right. It's only to make you wrong and right to them. Okay. Just right to them. And sometimes they know it and they'll admit to it. Sometimes not, child. But anyway, that's it. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me. We've been on for an hour and some change, but I got to roll. Okay. I got to get gone. So, what I'd like for you to do is hit my like button on your way out. Please and thank you. Share this video. Okay. Follow me over on IG too. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Become a subscriber if you are not already. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And thank you to Bondi Blue for coming over and hanging out because you are one of my literal faves, honey. You are why I actually have a YouTube channel. So thank you. Outside of that, you guys, I will check you on another one. Bye-bye.